Hello, my dear and valuable friends, and welcome back. I'm Tativik, and today we have a beautiful, lovely luxury video about dating and courtship. It's going to be beautiful, it's going to be lovely, it's going to be luxurious. All these words will cover this video. We will learn so much about dating and courtship, and there is a little difference between these words. We will understand that. And we're going to learn more about men's psychology, women's psychology, and gender roles to understand that men and women want a little bit different things and they have different needs, different desires, but if they come together, they can create a union. And we're going to discuss where to go on a date and where to not go on a date. And we're going to have a very beautiful summary from A to Z. So it's like a whole alphabet we will cover about dating, what you do before dating, what you do during the date, and what you do after the date. It's going to be a fantastic video. You will find out so much. A couple of years ago, I made a very beautiful course, and I created the topic for like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and I was like, oh, there is something else I want to say. Then I created another, and then another, and then it calculated 5-6 beautiful blocks of almost 1 hour videos, and this is how the course was created. It was inspired, it was done in one day, in like one breath, and it was so influential and so powerful. Now I have a beautiful announcement today for you regarding this course. Now before I start, let me remind you that I do one-to-one consultation. You can book any online courses. I have multiple beautiful courses online. As you know, you can do them at the comfort of your house. You can contact me if you would like to pre-order my new book, and if you like any luxury items or any dresses that I wear, belts, any accessories, anything that you like, everything is created for you. You can order. Now I have a very beautiful way how we do the dresses, so they're tailor-made. The tailor takes your measurements and then we make it for you. And I decided a long time ago that all my dresses are going to be presented in a beautiful way. So when you purchase any dress or any accessory or any luxury items, they come in a special boxes. It's like a fabric box, and the bow is included. And the bow you don't need to remove. It's like attached with a glue on a box. So it looks like a present. And then of course you have goodies inside, like creams, mask, of course chocolate, depending of what we have in stock at that moment. But you always get nice goodies for you, for your beauty and for your pleasure. And we also get the box gets wrapped as a gift. So not only the box has a bow, but it gets wrapped as well as a gift. So when it arrives, it's all like gold, luxurious with a bow. It looks really amazing. It's a really nice gift to receive. So it's like you buy for yourself, but we go all out for you. So it's a really nice way, how to treat yourself. So if there's anything you want, don't hesitate to contact us and we will take care of you with international shipping, the secure payment, and the team can guide you during the process to answer all your questions. Now, the special announcement. So remember I was telling you that I created this course a couple of years ago and I never posted it. And I thought, why? I was looking at my computer, I remember that I have it, and I thought it's time for it to go live. So I tweak it, I see what is needed, I cut whatever is not needed, I add whatever is needed, and I created this beautiful, like a masterclass seminar, a beautiful course. I added all the modules, I added all the chapters, and it is ready for you to purchase. And this is the good news I wanted to share, that the dating and courtship course is now available. It's available to purchase, and as you know, I'm always very generous. When I just launched the course, you always get it half price. For your convenience, we're celebrating, we're launching. It's a beautiful announcement, it's a surprise and a gift for you. And then after 1-2 weeks, the price usually goes up, double usually, sometimes triple, depending on a course. So you are always saving a couple of hundreds and thousands depending on a price. So I definitely recommend you to purchase the course if this is calling it to you. Now, the courses I created for you, for your convenience, and they are done in a very calm manner. So you can relax, you can have your food, you can lay down on the sofa if you want, have your tea, be cozy, snuggle with your teddy bear and just watch. And I'm talking with you for hours. There are courses created in the modules, they have chapters, they have summaries in the end of the chapters, and it makes so much sense. Courses are very feminine because I'm a feminine energy being. They're very beautiful, they're luxurious, but also they're very structured, they're very logical, and they have systems, which helps you to learn. Now this course is launched, so the great news, I couldn't wait to share with you, but now I have shared it. I feel so great that we can share this beautiful news together, and you're more than welcome to purchase the course. It's waiting for you. Now let's dive in and talk about our topic. As you know, I never leave you empty-handed. I always feed you with a good intellectual food, and I fulfill your spirit with the answers that you need. And if there's anything I do not cover or you have more questions, you can contact me. Now today we're going to talk about dating and courtship. I want you, number one, to understand. I would say this is the prime. So let's start from the most, the fundament of it. Number one in this video that I want you to learn is there's a difference between dating and courtship. Now, when you go on a date, usually you do not know the person so well. There is no serious intention. You can go on a date and then after that not talk. And this is all understandable, I understand. But courtship is completely different. Courtship is when someone is actually interested in you. They want to get to know you more. So wherever they take you, it's actually with intentions to get to know you and see if you're capable to be with them, and if they're capable to be with you, if you're compatible for marriage. So they see you a couple of times, couple of weeks, and then they make a decision. They introduce you to their families, or you meet their friends. Courtship is very directly pointed to marriage. Now, dating, on the other hand, can be anything. Can be something casual, can be just one time meeting someone and never speaking with them again, can be just going for a coffee, which I don't agree it's a date, can be going for a luxury dinner, but still not seeing them after. So dating is not that serious. Now, I use the word dating in a different way. So when I say dating, I still think that you need to go out, you need to be presentable. So I'm going to use that word because you're using that word and it is convenient for you, it's familiar for you. But try to understand that every time I use dating, I would actually want you to think in your mind courtship, that you want to focus on courtship more. You want to meet a person who wants to court you. And if you're a woman, it's the man who's courting you. So if someone, for example, invites you on a date, you say, yes, I would love to go on a date. Would you like to start a courtship with me? Or you just want to date? And they will ask, oh, what's the courtship? And then you say, oh, courtship is when people are more interested, when they have serious intentions, when they want to see each other personalities. Would you be interested in that? Or you just want to date, see each other, and see how it goes? And usually the answer shows a lot about the man character. And same is with the woman. If you say as a man that I would like to have courtship with you, get to know you for serious intentions, and she says no, she pulls away, then it means she's not really interested in you, or she's not interested in marriage. So this is a very good indicator. So number one is understand the difference between dating and courtship. And you want to use courtship more. And if people do not understand that word in the society, if they don't use, then use dating, but explain it that dating for you is still going to be courtship, that you're not going to bend your boundaries, you're not going to bend your standards. You still expect, intentions to be serious. Otherwise, you do not go to the date because it will be waste of your life, waste of your time, and waste of your beauty. Now, number two, what I want you to understand that there is a very big distinct difference between men's psychology and women's psychology. We are two different, completely opposite genders. First of all, we think differently, and the man is using more logical part of the brain. There are, of course, scientifically proven researchers that show that women can be incredible geniuses and they can use even more logic than men, but those are more exceptions because women, we tend to use more our emotional part of the brain. Of course, we still use logic if we drive, if we are, stuck and we're looking for the direction, we absolutely do use logic. And even now, I'm actually using logic to create the course, but we're more emotional. So you can see I'm based more on emotions. I want to make you happy. I want you to get married well. If you're a woman or a man, doesn't matter. I want you to succeed. I want you to learn. So I want to give love. It's not just the knowledge that I'm giving you. I'm giving you wisdom. I'm giving you the ability to become smarter, but actually it's done from love. So again, you can see from the emotional part of me. Now, of course, there is also very different between man and a woman in a physical way, in our body, in our organs. We have completely different organs that none of the genders has, and that's why we're attracted to each other, to fulfill each other, to be united in a physical intimacy and create descendants, create legacy, and create children. And that is created by God. This is the design of a woman and a man, to think differently, to look differently, to have different gender roles, to have different organs so we can actually be attracted to each other. And we are thinking not only about different things, but our timing is also different. For example, for a man, he can be dating and he can be 35, but for a woman, she feels that's too late. When she's 25, she's already ready to get married. So do not feel down, do not look down on yourselves that if you're young, if you're a woman and you want to get married, something is wrong. Actually, nothing is wrong with you. If you want to save yourself for marriage, congratulations. Nothing is wrong with you. If you want to date only, go to the serious dates, congratulations. Nothing is wrong with you. You're doing everything correctly. Now, this difference between men and women, it also indicates that there are certain gender roles. Now, I look like a woman. I'm dressed like a woman. I talk like a woman. My voice is feminine. My gestures are feminine. I am a very distinctly female energy. I do not try to be masculine energy. I do not try to shout. I do not try to raise my voice. I try to not get angry or mad because it just makes me incredibly uncomfortable in my body. It's not natural for me. So if there is some situation, stressful situation, I can tense for a little bit, but then I need my man to soothe me. I need my friends to soothe me. I need people around to soothe me, help me, sit down, get some water. So I know that I need a lot of energy to fulfill me if some difficult situation happen, because I'm very feminine in general. And it helped me in my life. I got a lot of things thanks to that, a lot of gifts, a lot of surprises, a lot of different perks everywhere where I go. The doors open for me. I've traveled a lot. I've seen a lot. I've been in many events, been in many places without booking. They will let me in. I've got many perks in my life because of my femininity and beauty. Because I understood my role. If there was a man, I always let the man to pay. If there was a man, I always let the man to open the door. If there was a man and I was, having a difficult time, men will come and say, do you need money? They will pay for the cab. They will pay for the food. They will pay for the shopping. They will buy me things. Complete stranger men or men that I know or men that I'm dating with. They all treated me the same. Why? Because I practiced my gender role. I always stayed feminine. And I let them lead. I let them dominate. I let them talk. I let them pay. Because it's part of my culture to respect men and put them first, look at them, look up to them and say, yeah, sure, you can lead, you pay, you open, you order, you open the door, you pick me up, you drive me home, you buy me gifts. I let him to be a man. Now, this difference that we think differently, look differently, emotionally we're different, we want different things, it creates a very beautiful dynamic between these gender roles and creates beautiful polarity actually between each other. Now, number 3, we're going to discuss where to go on dates and where to not go on dates. Now, in the course that I just offered you in the beginning of this video, it's available for you to purchase. You need to know that in that course we go in depth. So we invest 1 hour, to talk about all the places you can go, and then we invest another lesson, the whole chapter, where you shouldn't go. So it's a very long, deep explanation where to meet men, how to meet them, what places to go to and what places to avoid. Now, in this video, it's a shorter video, it's for the YouTube. I'm still going to cover a couple of key places, but I'm going to give you something so you can go with full hands, with the gifts, with some knowledge. Now, the best places for you to avoid, it means do not go on a date, are the places that are in a casual lifestyle. They represent casual lifestyle. For example, a drive-through is a casual lifestyle. It's nothing special. It's just for everyone. Middle class, low class go there. They just drive through. There is no seats, nothing. It's just a car taking a food. Usually it's a fast food and going home. That is not for a date. If a man is picking you up and then he's taking you for a drive-through so you can have some food and sit down in a car and talk, that is not a date. You should refuse it and say, I don't eat this food. Can we go to the restaurant? Now, I will also teach you that there is an aspect for you to know that before you go on a date, you have a call with a man or a text with a man or a voice message that you agree that you're going to the restaurant, only that has a reservation. You do not go and pray for luck that somewhere they will let you in or some lounge will be open, and then with your heels you go from one place to another, walking in the streets, being like a beggar. You do not do that. You say, I have only one requirement I would like to ask you politely. I'm a lady, I'm going to dress up for you. Could you please make sure that our restaurant table is booked? Because I would like to know for sure that we have our place, that I have a comfortable seat, and we have a beautiful table for a romantic dinner. This is how you speak. So you demand and you communicate your standards. It means I'm not going to go anywhere else if there is no reservation. If he says, oh baby, don't worry, we'll figure out, we'll find something, we will just wing it, we will have adventure, let's be spontaneous, you say, of course, I love being spontaneous when I already know someone for a long time, but for the first date, I require kindly for you to book a restaurant for us. And if he doesn't, for example, know which restaurant, you can send him 3, 4 different options, not more than 4. I would say 3 is more than enough, and sometimes even 2 is enough if you do not know the person. And let him choose. You can say, I have these 2 favorite restaurants, which one would you like us to go? And then he can book. You do not call and you do not book. He does it. So we avoid drive-thrus, we avoid any cafeterias, we avoid any coffee shops. That's not a date. Loud, the coffee machine is so loud that I cannot even go there for a moment. I never go to the coffee shops. I don't drink coffee in general. If I want hot chocolate, I go to the restaurants, and the restaurants' lobbies create hot chocolate. And that's where I actually get my hot chocolate drink. I do not go to coffee shops. It's the loudest, the most unpleasant place in the world for me. It creates too much stress when the machine does the sound, releases the air. I think it's like a war happening. So I don't even know how people can enjoy themselves. How can you call a date where the chairs are wooden, there is no pillow, no sofa, nothing soft? It's just, for factory workers to come take their coffee in the morning and then go and slave away. Coffee shops are not for dates. And usually those are for low-class people. High-class executives have coffee and espresso machines in their office. They do not go and buy a coffee. And a lot of women say, but if I go in a coffee shop, I will meet a successful man. They don't hang out there. And if they do, it means they're middle class. They do not have an office. So think about what is happening in the world. Analyze. And of course, you do not go to anybody's house. That's absolutely forbidden, and you do not let them to come into your house, even if it's a 3rd, 4th, or 1 month you know them. Date is not happening in the house, because in the house you're alone. It's always going to be touching, caressing. Always someone is going to attack physically another and want physical intimacy. Another one is going to push away and then be resentful. You do not stay alone with a person who is not your husband. Very simple. And you save yourself for marriage. And if there is any mistakes, any things that you allow, then you say, I do not want anymore. I do not want to stay alone with you. I'm not ready to kiss you. I'm not ready to caress. I'm not ready for these things. I would like to just get to know you. Can we get to know each other in a polite, traditional way? And so these are places you do not go, and I would not recommend to go to a very loud concert on a first date, because you do not know them and they're going to shout and you cannot even talk. And the cinemas, maybe leave it maybe after a couple of weeks when you know each other, and you can go to the cinema after the dinner or before the dinner. So there always must be a food. If he takes you to the cinema and buys you popcorn, that's not a date. It took you 1, 2, 3 hours to get ready for a popcorn. No, thank you. I'm not coming. I have a beautiful big screen in my house. Do you think I will go to the cinema for popcorn? Considering that I do not eat popcorn, and whatever cinema sell is a fast food and cheap food, costing a couple of dollars, that even a milk in a shop costs more than their popcorn. So what I'm trying to say to you is avoid low-class places, go to luxury, more high-end places. And the best example, like I told you, is a reserved table in a restaurant. It could be a lounge, beautiful maybe afternoon tea place in a hotel, but it cannot be table for drinks. We do not go on drinks. We do not drink alcohol on our date, because we can do mistakes. We can allow things that we do not want. And in general, if you want to know, a classy woman who wants to get married, she's not going to be into alcohol. She will have self-discipline and no addictions, so she can get married and have children and have family. You have to grow up. Alcohol is not part of a woman's life. Incredibly detrimental for your health. You should not do that. And I don't drink, as you know, so I teach what I do. If I do not do it, then I cannot, be the light of the world. So I am the light of the world, because actually, despite all the difficulties, despite all temptations, despite everything, I always stayed the way I am. And actually, it doesn't tempt me, because it's a decision. You can do whatever you want. I will never be attracted to alcohol. I never will touch. Even if a candy has alcohol, I will not take it. I'm that strict with my life. And of course, you can go to the beautiful restaurant, make sure that he can bring you flowers, he can bring you some gift or perfume, something even small but valuable for you that will make you happy. this is where you go on a date, and the places I named first, these are the places you avoid. And of course, list is so much bigger, and you can purchase the course to find out where I'm just giving you nice, beautiful, like a taste of the course and giving you knowledge so you can learn it and actually go and implement in your life today. And now the last aspect I want to discuss in here, number 4, is that you have to understand that there are processes in the dating. And of course, I go in depth in a course, I explain everything from A to Z, every single detail, but I want to still go through some nuances with you. So before the date, before you go out on a date with anyone, you have to ask them a couple of questions. The questions about their degree, the educational level, their career, what is their job, how long they have been doing their job, and about their family. Do you have sisters and brothers? Do you live with your family? Are your parents together? This block of questions is mandatory. You need to ask these questions before you go on a date. So let's do an example. Imagine you speak with a man and you ask these questions and you find out that he has no car, he has no house, he has not a good job. He's just a student and a waiter in a cafeteria. He just looked good. Now you're not going to go on a date because it's a waste of time and he's not a potential mate. He's just a boy becoming a man. You do not touch him, you do not become arrogant with him, you do not change him, or you do not do anything. You just leave him. You leave him grow. He's not grown yet. He's not entitled to have a woman yet. A woman is a prized possession. She is very expensive to purchase. And by purchase, I don't mean that she has a price, because she's priceless. But I'm just explaining in the material terms. If you want to purchase something, you need to be able to afford. So if a man is a factory worker or just a middle class worker security, and he is claiming to come, for example, and have a date with me, I will never look at him, I will never talk to him, I will never accept the proposal of a date, never, because he's not from my status and he cannot give me anything that I want. He cannot take me to any restaurant that I want. Going out with me once will cost him his salary. So we are two different worlds. That's why men that I date, they need to have their businesses, they need to be executives, they need to have something going for themselves, they need to have long-term careers, they need to have a car, they need to have a house. Otherwise, I cannot be there. They do not qualify to be with me. I'm an expensive, exquisite woman. I accept only the man that is equal to me, and of course higher than me. I expect men to be higher than me, smarter than me, wealthier than me, have more knowledge than me, have more experience than me, so he can provide for me, so he can protect our children. So aim higher, not lower. This is biggest mistake that women do, especially sometimes they are very beautiful. They go for lower men or same level. No, same level is okay, I can consider, but I strive for higher level. That's how I always chose my men, who is higher than me. And that's how actually in the whole nature, that's how it is. Women, like a female species, always chose the best, strongest, most resourceful mate. So if you're dating someone that is a student, that is cleaning the streets or working in a cafeteria, you're actually doing the service for yourself, and you are going against your natural instincts, because a wise woman goes for the best mate, not lower than her. Know this. Do not compromise your value. And in here, I want to mention that this is before the date. You find out these questions about here, and I want to mention that you do not bring those questions back then to the date. So if you found out these things about him, this is covered, and you go on a date and you're in your feminine, you're touching your beautiful dress, enjoying your beautiful hair, enjoying the food, enjoying the flowers he gave you. You're not asking questions, you're not investigating. On the date, you are relaxed. Now before the date, questions on the call, on the text, questions must be asked, otherwise I'm not coming. How many times I asked the question to a man, I didn't like the answers, I didn't go on a date, I didn't lose my time. And during the date, you just relax. Of course, I suggest if you go on a date with any man, any age you are as a woman, you have to wear dress and heels. This is mandatory. That is by tradition. You are showing I'm a woman. I'm here to be taken care of. I'm here to be beautiful for you. Do not go with trousers, with baggy pants, with big oversized t-shirts, with flats, with a hat. Do not do these mistakes. You are not a man. You have to come as a woman. Why do you think all men bring me bouquets of flowers, boxes of chocolates, big teddy bears, designer luxury perfume that costs a couple of hundreds, luxury designer makeup? Why they bring me gifts? Because I appear as a princess, as a woman, as a feminine lady. And same way, when I met my man, I did exactly like that. First date, second date, third date. After 10 dates, he was still bringing me flowers, still bringing me gifts, still buying me something. Do you need this for the house? Do you need something for your beauty? Man is providing. When he is dating me, he has to provide. This is how I actually understand if I want him in my life. So, requirements during the date: act like a woman, dress like a woman, dresses and heels, can have a beautiful blouse on a skirt, but nothing else. Trousers do not exist. There's only one person who's wearing trousers. It's the man who's paying for your dinner. And of course, behave like a woman. No shouting, not laughing. Your whole organs are coming from your mouth. This discreet laugh. That is so funny. That is enough. You do not need to fall off the chair. There was this incident, I remember, in a restaurant. The woman was laughing so much and moving her head so much and hair that she hit her forehead on the table and it started bleeding. That was indication for me that is too extreme. So I will never forget that example, that women are too extreme. You don't need to laugh too hard. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to tell scientific facts and tell about the latest book you read. Tell about nice things. Oh, I'm so happy that I'm a woman. I feel so good that you're with me. You're taking care of me. I got these beautiful earrings. I really like how they suit me. I love this beautiful dress, this satin, this beautiful, design. I love when it's so luxurious. It makes me feel so feminine. You're taking him to the world of womanly. He's mesmerized by your beauty, by your words, by your voice. So during the date, the only focus: look like a woman, talk like a woman, behave like a woman, true lady. And lastly, what you do after the date is actually you focus on gratitude. You say, thank you so much for the date, thank you so much for the gift, thank you so much for the dinner. Whatever he did for you, you thank him verbally and you go home. You do not kiss, you do not hug for long term, you do not touch and caress. The maximum, if it's allowed, depending on the culture, you can hug him very slightly, not pushing too much so he cannot feel your body, and keeping his hands high, so like a friendly hug. I would suggest on the first date, just say thank you. Don't need to shake hands, nothing. If you really want some touch, you can give your hand and he can kiss. He understands this gesture as a man. But that is enough. You do not need to kiss. You do not owe anything to him. And of course, you do not need to be intimate after a dinner. Dinner cannot pay for your intimacy. That is low-class thinking. You're very valuable. So now let's summarize everything we learned. Now in the first part of the video, I said a beautiful announcement that the beautiful video for courtship and dating, where you understand your psychology and a man's psychology, and if you're a man, you understand a woman's psychology, is ready. It's for any age, for any gender. It's a very beautiful, polite videos created in blogs and in modules, and you learn and you understand everything you need to know about dating. Number 2, when we start actually discussing the topic, we were starting to go through 4 different chapters. In this video, number 1, we discussed that you need to understand the difference between dating and courtship. Dating is more casual and courtship is actually leading for the marriage. Number 2, we discussed that men and women are different. We think different, we look different, we act different. We are different species. And that is normal, and that's why we're attracted to each other. Number 3, we discussed that we do not go to casual places, cafeterias, coffee shops. We do not go to bars. We do not go to drive-through or fast food places. We go only to the booked restaurant, where a table is booked under our name, under his name, where we can have a proper dinner and have a conversation. And number 4, we discussed that before the date, you ask all the questions you have about him, his career, his house, his future, his degree, and his family. Then you agree on a date. During the date, you just look beautiful. You're feminine. You're dressed in a beautiful dress and heels, and you act as a woman. You sit like a woman. You laugh like a woman. And in the end of the day, you just say thank you. You allow him to pay. You do not touch the bill, and you do not caress him. You do not kiss him. You just either slightly hug if it's allowed by your culture, or you just give your hand, or you do nothing. You can wave or you can just smile. That is all it's required from you as a woman. And for you man, as a man, it's of course you need to lead us, you need to pay for us, open the doors for us, and protect us so we can rely on you and want to see you again. Now, thank you so much for watching. I'm excited for you. You can purchase the course. It's on a beautiful deal for you now. And anyone who purchases the course also gets 50% of consultations with me. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for being here. I wish you to have an amazing date ahead. Plan your dates, go on dates, and get married well. Meet an amazing person. And of course, remember to smile today and enjoy your beautiful life.